Every now and then, I like to think about what I would do differently if I were to start over in this music journey, knowing what I know now. And I often come back to three things that I would have actually done. I know a lot of people say that they wouldn't change a thing. I would change a few things. I would do some stuff differently. There's three things that really stood out to me when I think about that. The first one being fear of failure. If I could do it over again, I would try to hold on to the idea of not being afraid to fail. And I often think about when I first started music, and that was back in college. I was going to school for business, so music was just a thing that I was doing on the side just to learn and to get better because I knew ultimately that's where I wanted to be. And I had so much energy. I was learning how to play piano. I was studying stuff. I was talking to people about music, talking to professors, and just working on really like getting a good grip on everything in regards to like production and having my own gear and all that kind of stuff. And that was a really good time. I remember just trying things out, making beats and playing them for people, getting excited to share my beats with people. And then I would go back and, try to make more stuff. I would hang around musicians and learn from them, take it back and try to implement that into my strategy. And I was getting decent at a pretty fast pace. I wasn't good, but I was improving a lot. And as soon as I left my accounting job and started to, pursue music full time, things changed. I mean, obviously, there was the pressure to be able to turn it into an actual business and make money. And as soon as that came into play, the fear of failure also started to creep in. And I found myself not completing projects. I would work on stuff and work on ideas, and I wouldn't turn it into a full idea anymore, like a full song. I would work with artists, and that was usually a time where I would try to complete something. But just all those moments when I had the opportunity to get those reps in and just make beats, I was overthinking it. And I also took a very long time to really go into a space where I was doing custom production for people. I would kind of work on an hourly basis, but I wouldn't really set it up as like a project with a budget where bringing in resources that I need to be able to get certain things done. And I would have grew faster if I actually took that part under consideration and, planned out a project and filled in my weaknesses and tried to, make a full song and, pay other people in the spots where I wasn't that strong, but I was scared to really price it. So I kind of crippled myself in that space by just working hourly and making everything fall on myself. And so if I could do it over again, I would definitely lean into just making a lot of projects, seeing them all the way through, really turn this into a business where I'm outsourcing the spaces that I need. I'm doing that now, and it's been a major game changer for me. So the second thing that I think I would definitely I would have done over if I had the opportunity to go back is relationships. I would have been more careful about the relationships that I had in regards to friendships. I'm a very ambitious person, and I'm pretty focused. I wanted to do music. I've been going at this for about 10 years, and I'm not letting up. But I remember back when I kind of got started, post college, and I'm an adult, and I'm out in the world. I would spend a lot of time on the weekends just hanging out with friends, going to parties and going to bars, drinking, all that kind of stuff. And that has a spillover effect. So like you go out on a Friday night, but then you're up late, you're tired the next day. Saturday's a wash. You might hang out with friends some more on Saturday, and then that might lead to more drinking. And then come Sunday, boom, still not getting anything done. So there was a lot of lost time that I would have to say came about with, a lot of opportunity costs. I could have been working on piano or learning a new instrument or something. I could have been refining my skills during that time, but I spent more of that, kind of partying, and those friendships didn't even really last. It was good that they, kind of like the separation happened. I needed it, they needed it, and I just look back, while I did come up with some good memories, there's also a lot of opportunities that were missed by way of just like being in a space where I'm not, spending a lot of time with like-minded individuals. I could have been hanging out with musicians, other business people, just, folks that were moving in a certain path to try to get things done. And I think it's important to really be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. And it's not a matter of like, thinking that you're better than somebody. It really comes down to, are we in lockstep, and are we like promoting are we supporting each other in what we're trying to get done? I think that's important. The third thing that I would do differently is I would have given better thought to my direction. When I decided that I wanted to do music, I had an idea of like where I wanted to go long term, like legacy wise. I knew what I wanted it to look like, or what I do want it to look like. But what I didn't really give proper thought to was the smaller goals, the steps that I needed to take to get there. I didn't create a well-defined map. I had an end goal, but I didn't have any kind of road to get there. So I often found myself just kind of drifting, and I'm over here trying this out and I'm trying that out. And while experimentation is really good, it's also good to have some very clear steps that you want to take. And I think I would even go as far as to say, like, it would have been nice for me to have looked at my monthly goals and, if I could have gotten really clear about what I wanted on like a monthly basis, a quarterly basis, that would have been really helpful. And then I could have taken that and then boiled it down into a weekly set of goals. And now I have some real good marching orders on how I want to get here and then there. And then I can look up and see, okay, that's where I'm going. And I think I'm still on that path. Great. Let's keep it going. I was doing a lot of drifting and just like I was feeling in the dark. And if I could do it over again, definitely would have had a better roadmap. So I hope that this was all helpful. This is 10 years of me trying and failing and making mistakes and making some progress, making more mistakes. And I'm on the right path. I'm happy with what I've been able to accomplish where I'm at now. And I'm excited about where I'm going. And I hope that all of this right here, the information that I'm sharing, will help you make your path a little bit shorter than mine. So if you enjoyed this content, definitely check back in. I'm going to be posting stuff like this every week. Take care. Peace.